Hey everyone, this is Visual15. Welcome to Let's Discuss The Walking Dead. This is for Season 4, Episode 12. The episode last night was totally centered around Daryl and Beth. Uh, Not really bad or anything. I actually kind of liked it, but I'm not really sure if they're gonna really be able to pull off too many more episodes where it's just like two or three characters, not the entire group. So that's why I'm kind of thinking that at the end of the season that they're gonna kind of meet up, but um, in a way, I kind of hope that they all don't. Um, I'm kind of hoping that maybe one or two of the groups actually doesn't find everybody. Um, what I'm really hoping that is that uh, in some of the episodes that are left this year, we do kind of get to know some of the characters like a little deeper and a little more intimately and stuff, and then the entire group that they're with, like uh, excuse me, as I said in my last update, I'm kind of sick, so um, anyways, some of these characters we'll get to know more intimately and stuff, and then in one of the episodes, they'll just get cornered and get slaughtered. So, in a way, it kind of really wouldn't matter to the entire group knowing all this stuff, but to us as an audience, we would actually get to know the characters really well. So, well, really well before they died. I am really surprised that both of them were able to fit into that little trunk. Um, Granted, it did look a little bit expanded when they showed it from the inside. That could have, just been a mock-up or whatever. But they would definitely be squished because Daryl is not a little guy, so um, there's no way that he would be able to, lay with his legs completely like out and stuff. He'd basically have to have his knees up to even fit in there by himself. But anyways, that car did not look extremely old to me or anything, so I'm wondering if it had like a safety latch on the inside of the trunk, because I think in American cars it was like 15 or 20 years ago they put in a regulation that said that you had to have a latch on the inside of the trunk to open up the trunk in case somebody got stuck in it. So I'm also kind of wondering if they just decide to leave it open a little bit to be able to get some fresher air in there because they didn't know exactly how long they'd be sitting in there or whatever. So um, I'm also kind of wondering how they actually kept it kind of closed and a little open too, because I don't think that even with Daryl's strength, he could have kept it open, kind of closed. That way, with just his arm, after a while, his arm would kind of get tired, and either he would shut it all the way and kind of lock them on the inside, or um, it would just fly open and they'd be open to walker attack. So um, I'm also wondering when they had time to set the canteens or water jugs or whatever on top of the car so that they could collect some of the water when it was raining. Because to me, what it looked like on the outside was that it wasn't going to rain or whatever. Maybe they could kind of smell the moisture in the air or whatever. But yeah, being able to pick water jugs off the top of the car, I really didn't get it too well. So before I get into the country club stuff, I do got to take a little issue with the way that they suggest to build a fire pit. Um, they showed it last night on The Walking Dead. I don't know if there was like a miscommunication between that zombie survival society or whatever and the graphics department for The Talking Dead or whatever, but the way that they actually had it like on screen, it really would not have worked. At least from the way I'm thinking, it wouldn't. So with flames only coming out to the top, I don't think it would work too well. Because basically you'd have to be right over it to get any heat. What might be a little better to is to have like a slope sides. That might work a little better, but even then, I'm not totally sure. I think what would be better would be to have rocks stacked up like 3 or 4 feet high, like enclosing the entire fire, like have the smoke come out of the top, kind of like a chimney, but the rocks be there to both mask the flames and also absorb some of the heat generated from the fire. Um, that would be my suggestion. If you're kind of close to where water is, you could probably find some slate that would fit together really well. But yeah, regular like you know granite rocks or whatever would work just fine. The looser the rocks, you would definitely have to get them with more smoke escaping through the sides. But um, yeah, that'd be the best way I think to generate some heat. With the country club, I don't know if I would have gone inside. I probably would have just gone around the place, try to go that way, because it really didn't look very secure from the outside. Too many places to get in on the from the outside and stuff. Like too many areas with glass paneling and weak doors and that kind of thing. Plus, too many areas where it was kind of darkened off. Places were kind of close together, that kind of thing, where it was easy to get mix up where you were and where you just were and where you need to go, and it could have been something that was really bad, made you really vulnerable and stuff, and I really don't understand why they decided to go into the pro shop, even when they went in there, because that is one of the places that, in my mind, you would really not want to go. A kind of a sectioned off area with a lot of humanoid looking mannequins, um, already with I guess you could say a pale or slightly messed up skin or whatever. So, um, I just would take a look at that place when they opened up the door and looked in there and be like, okay, we got to find an alternate way now. So, with the Moonshiner's place, I know he told Beth that he and Michonne had found that a couple of months ago, but I am kind of wondering if Daryl kind of knew where they were when they ran into that country club, and that moonshine place was actually his dad's, um, not just somebody that they'd actually found or whatever. So, um, because if you've ever played the Survival Instincts game, either for the Xbox 360, PS3, I think there's a PC version of it too. But anyways, if you excuse me, if you have ever played that game, then you'll kind of know that that is the way that his dad's place actually looks like. So I'm kind of wondering if that was actually his dad's place, and he's kind of trying to separate himself from it. So, well, anyways, I'm happy that Dare was actually able to open up to somebody at least. Um, Now I kind of hope that he doesn't die like by the end of the season, but you know, I guess that's kind of up to the writers and stuff. So, but yeah, that's about it for tonight. So, I'm gonna sign off for now. This is episode 15. You've been watching. Let's discuss The Walking Dead. This has been for season 4, episode 12. And sorry for the shortness of this episode, but as I said before, not feeling 100%. So, um, yeah, I'll meet you next week for episode 13. Um, I'm not exactly sure how many episodes are left in this season. I don't know if it's 13 and 14 or 13, 14, and 15 because uh, I think April 6th is when Turn is going to be taking over the Walking Dead's time slot. So, um, yeah, take care.